All right, hey there, bombers and bombshells. It's your girl Claire, and I am so excited to host today's style chat. This is a pre-BET Awards combos with Claire with celebrity stylist June Ambrose, Ty Hunter, EJ King. Since you follow Fashion Bomb Daily, you probably know exactly who they are, but in case you don't, I will talk about them a little bit later. But first, all about tonight's BET Awards. They're going down at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. And we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of the BET Awards, 40 years of BET, and there will be performances by Megan Thee Stallion, whose stylist EJ King we will be talking to later today. Also Chloe and Halle, John Legend, Jennifer Hudson. It's going to be a really amazing show. And again, going down tonight at 8 o'clock. In case you can't wait until 8 o'clock, Terrence J and Erica Ashe will be hosting a pre-BET award show at 7 o'clock. And their award show is going to be, their pre-award show is going to be called Locked and Lit. So definitely check that out. Follow the hashtags BET Awards and follow BET for updates. And also, you can upload your photo at the virtual photo booth at betawards20booth.com. This is a difficult time in our country, but BET is offering a bit of levity, light, and joy as we celebrate Black excellence, Black culture, Black music, and Black fashion. All right, so we have Ty, who is joining us very soon. But before he does, and hello everybody, hello, I see all of your comments, and thank you for joining me. But before I speak with Ty, I wanted to talk about my look tonight. So at Fashion Bomb Daily, we celebrate diversity and inclusion, but of course for the BET Awards, I'm wearing a Black designer, and her name is Lashaya Diaz of House of Shay. She interned at Tommy Hilfiger before launching her own line, and she is one of our top 100 Black designers. You can check out that article on fashionbombdaily.com. If you want to add your brand to that list, just send us an email or a DM. If you want your brand here, you want to have a combo with me, then email book@clairesolmers.com. So now, I'm going to check Ty out in a second. But before that, and I have to pin something. Sorry guys. BET Awards tonight, 8/7 Central. Okay, let me pin that, and then Ty is here. So he is going to join us. Okay. Uh-oh. What in the world? This is what happens when you go live. Technical difficulties. But we are survivors. So I saw Ty sent a request. Ty, can you send another request? Oh, there he is. Okay. Here's Ty Hunter. Whoosh out. Hi,
Hey,
Ty.
how you doing? Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you.
You too. You too. I'm in my mom's house in Austin, Texas, taking care of her, and so the background. I was like all over the house trying to find a background, and then when I said it's Claire, I need something to wear, so I found something in the closet here from a long time ago with a little sparkle, so I could be like you.
I love that. I love that, Todd. You look great. And
Thank
so
you.
we are talking all about BET Awards fashion. Yes. And you actually earlier today, you shared some of your top looks that you styled. So for those who don't know, I was going to read your bio. But for those who don't know, can you tell everybody who you are and who you've styled for the BET Awards?
I'm the fabulous Ty Hunter.
Uh-huh.
I'm just joking. I'm Ty Hunter. I'm known for styling Destiny's Child and Beyonce and each girl individually. But yeah, my history, BET moments were definitely with Destiny's Child and Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go through a few looks because I think everybody wants to know, what do you wear to the BET Awards? How do you plan for the red carpet? Like, for the performance looks, for the red carpet looks? What is that whole process like? And while you talk, I'm going to pull up some photos.
Okay. Well, it's I like BET Awards because it's our people and it's fun. It's like a big family reunion, and you can tend to go a little bit more edgier with the fashion and more. I don't know. For me, it's like a fun time to really explore fashion and just go there. When it first started, of course, people wouldn't allow us to pull clothes when I started with Destiny's Child. So a lot of the outfits had to be made by Miss Tina. And at the time, it was cool because girls were all dressed like, you had TLC Escape. So the look was just, you was urban, like you was dressing like the boys. And I love that look. But when I started with Miss Tina, because they were known as the Young Supremes, we wanted to do a spin and just have them come in, in gowns and more of an elegant in that direction. So it kind of like started changing that boy image, which was hot at the time. I'm not knocking it, but girls started going more into the realm of wearing gowns and dresses and stuff.
Okay.
But that process, it is a process, but it's like I said, it's less stress. You kind of just meet up and find out what the song is, what you want to perform, how the carpet is, kind of go have meetings as far as like what the set is going to look like. So that whole process goes on, and just it's a lot of meetings, it's a lot of fittings, and a lot of times I don't get fittings. But when I do, I take advantage of them. I used to get jealous of a lot of the stylists. They come in with one garment bag. I'm like coming like rolling stuff in there, like I didn't get that fitting. So a lot of times, it'll be like on the spot after the performance, because B is really about a performance. She don't care about them clothes. She just want to give a great performance. She want to make sure her fans get what, she just gives her all. So clothes are the last thing on her mind.
Wow. Well, yeah. I have a few looks here. They're a little cut off, but I'm sure you can just tell. So let's talk about, because we posted that look a little earlier today. That was Catered to You.
That was actually, we did the Catered to You video, and, everything was like projected on them. It was all about the skin. So we kind of wanted to go in that same realm, but give each girl a different silhouette. So Miss Tina, the wonderful Miss Tina Knowles, we sat and she started sketching, and we went and sourced fabrics and came out with this. And I thought it was a great look. It was nude, it was subtle, and it was the sexiness, and it was just about the girls just being the girls. You know what I mean? It wasn't about the clothes, really. It was about the silhouettes and the whole sexiness of the whole performance.
So for a lot of these are clothes that you made. They're not something you bought off the rack, correct?
No, not that. No, that was actually made.
Wonderful. And how about this look? Which BET Awards was this?
I don't remember. That was a while ago. It was Balmain. I don't remember which award show it was. And that dress came in, and at the time, nobody really was wearing that label. And I just loved everything about it. And the shoes had the little fringe going on at the bottom. And it was just a festive look, and she was snatched to the gods in that dress.
No, I was looking at so many of these photos, and I'm like, Miss Beyonce was snatched. This is one that you shared. It's a little cut off, but it looks like a silk golden harness.
Yeah, and it was that was actually just rigged up with to kind of go with the Balenciaga pants. The team kind of came up with some direction and what she wanted, and we just made it kind of, because she was a whole rock. She came out of a robot, by the way. So we kind of wanted that whole metallic feel, and still have her to be able to have movement and stuff and not be so restricted, because a lot of the pieces were metal and a lot of it was an illusion of metal, but I still didn't want her to be too uncomfortable. So that was like a custom piece.
Okay, one more. There's a Destiny's Child moment here. It's cut off, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But how does it come together when you're styling a group? Because I'm sure you remember this look.
Yeah, of course. And at that point, each girl was, solo, but they all came together. I believe I just dressed Kelly that night. I don't know if I dressed Michelle. It was like a random night, but I believe I dressed Kelly. And with the girls, you just kind of, Destiny's Child was a group. They went off, did separate things, and came back together as Destiny's Child. So that was the era of just learning, and I worked with each girl on their separate projects. So I just kind of stemmed off, it just kind of went from what we created together in Solo World, and bring it together and make sure each girl feel, complete. And that was that moment.
Yeah, and somebody just commented that was a Dolce & Gabbana dress. So as the years progressed, the names get bigger and the
Yeah, well, the thing is, when I started, of course, it was hard, but as independent women dropped, and it's just it took time for the showrooms to start letting us pull and stuff. But I feel that Miss Tina did 1,000% of a great job, considering not being able to pull clothes, and I just think and it just really shift how fashion was at the time. I feel it became a shift, and things just changed.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite moment, your favorite performance from the BET Awards?
I would definitely have to say with Beyonce, the Deja Vu. She loses her mind. She just goes off,
Wait,
and
which look was that?
it's the silver Norma Kamali.
No, not that one.
It's the little ruffly skirt
That one.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it was like I don't know. She now rehearsal she was a beast, but when the actual performance, she just lost her damn mind, and I was here for it, and I loved all of it. She killed it, and like with the final touches, because it was like even the appliques on her body, we just decided that like last minute, like we were gonna add them to the outfit, and I was like, oh, we got extra appliques. So me and Miss Tina was like, I wonder if we could stick them on your body. So I was like cutting like toupee double stick tape and praying the whole time she performed that none of these appliques fall off because it would be devastating. But she just killed it, and she's all on the ground, and I'm like, appliques, because I don't want to have to live off. But yeah, it was a great performance, and she really went off, and I'm so happy. Even before she came, I just knew she was gonna cut up, so I even like put like extra support on the shoe, like just to make sure the shoe didn't come off, because Sasha sometimes she go off.
Goes off. So how is it? She's receiving the Humanitarian of the Year award tonight. So will you be tuning in? It's airing on BET and on CBS.
Yes, of course. Whenever my girls do, I tune in whenever I can to support each and every last one of them, Solange included. That's my family.
I love it. I love it. And so, when people want to get dressed for the BET Awards, what would you say? What for next year, perhaps? What
if they want to get dressed for the BET Awards?
Mm-hmm. Yourself.
Just don't take fashion too serious. You with your people, so just think of it as going to be with your people. A big, huge family reunion. No judgment, which it will be judgment, but what matters is that you look in the mirror and you feel your hottest and sexiest, and you had to walk out and not care what anybody has to say, and that's what matters. Because people are taking fashion too serious, and I just think we have to get to a place where it's what you feel. Don't care what anybody has to say. That's why when you're looking at the girls on those carpets, it's not about the clothes, it's about the confidence they carry in those clothes. And that's why a lot of them win. It ain't about the fashion, it's about how you carry yourself in the fashion, and you feel like, if you feel like I'm the shit, and that's all that matters. There's going to be judgment tomorrow. There's going to be people judging you who cannot even touch you at all.
Okay.
Are going to talk about you, but you have to know that comes with the territory, and you got to know who you are and just love yourself. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah. And even for me, I had a little wardrobe malfunction, a little issue, but it happens, and you just got to roll with it. And
Baby, I got on Bermuda pants at the bottom. Like, it is what it is. You just got to fake it to be able to get out of here, to be able to get back outside. But you look amazing, Claire, of course, you know that.
Thank you. I turned up.
Yes. That's why I was like, I need sparkles, I need shine. I was like, it's Claire, Mom. Got to find something.
I love it, Ty. Well, tonight, the BET Awards is at 8 o'clock. It's virtual this year. Amanda Seales is hosting. She's smart, funny, and black. I can't think of a better combination. So it should be a really good show.
All right. Well, I love you. I know you got a lot of more people to roll with. So
I know. Oh, wait, before you go, I do have 2 questions I forgot to ask.
Okay.
What do the BET Awards mean to you? And what does Fashion Bomb Daily mean to you?
They both have the same kind of answer: family and family. You're my sister. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. And
thank you.
Of course, I'm here for you all the time, and I know if it's on the other way. So, family. That's family. It.
I love it. Thank you, Ty.
All right. Love you guys.
Bye. Bye. Alrighty. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? And we have so many other great stylists who are joining us today. Next up, we have June Ambrose. All of us know June Ambrose. She is a celebrity stylist to the stars. She styles Jay-Z. She does costume design for Missy Elliott, for Diddy, for Alicia Keys. She's created so many iconic looks. And she first rose to prominence in the 1990s, styling artists like Busta Rhymes, Mary J. Blige, Will Smith, and a whole other list of people. But we know June. She is absolutely fabulous. And so let's see if she's there. And there she is. We've got June Ambrose. Where's June? Where's June? Hi, June.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm feeling, well, I'm on my balcony because this is where I have my balcony brunch.
Fabulous. I've got my little...
I know, I saw that and I was like, oh, what? I forgot my cup. That was the best gift box.
What are you sipping on, June?
Water. I'm a plant-based, never had a drink kind of girl, but people always think I'm drunk, so.
It's your electric personality, June.
That must be it. People are like, girl, you were so drunk last night. I was like, really?
I love it. Well, June, we are here together. First, thank you for joining me on my show. But
yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. But we're here to talk about the BET Awards, some iconic style moments, your favorite moment. So first, what do the BET Awards mean to you, and what is style at the BET Awards?
Oh, wow. The BET Awards is like, it's our Black excellence moment. It's our Oscars. It's, to me, it's the epitome of celebration of Black culture and music, and a culmination of bringing together, individuals who have exceeded our expectations. We want to celebrate and acknowledge. It's a really an important pinnacle time, I think, for our culture in general.
Okay, yeah, and we're having so many great performances tonight. Megan Thee Stallion and John Legend, who I mentioned. Lil Wayne is paying tribute to Kobe Bryant. Wayne Brady's paying tribute to Little Richard. And Chloe and Halle, so many more. So what are you most looking forward to for tonight's show?
Just seeing how this, first of all, I know the producers very well. Shout out to Connie Orlando.
Shout out to Connie.
Yeah, and, I know how hard everyone's been working on. They gave the artists a lot of creative control this year. It's virtual, but I'm really excited to see what they come up with. Amanda Seales is, like you said, she's, Black, brilliant, funny, and just completely aware and woke. So that's just a great combination, especially for now. I'm really looking forward to the performances. I'm really looking forward to seeing Beyonce and Blue receive their award. I think that's going to be really cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So you saw some of the biggest names in entertainment, as I already said. So what does it take to get a celebrity award show ready?
It's always, no, it's a movie.
Is it always last minute, or are you preparing?
Well, in my world, I try not to. I don't particularly care for last minute. I like to be able, by the time we get to show day, I want us to be able to walk in with a feeling confident and free and having fun. I want to be able to run around and say hi to my friends. I don't want to be stressed.
Right.
So, the good thing is, like any award shows, you're preparing, weeks and months in advance. So all of that creative back and forth process with your client has already happened.
Right.
Last minute fittings, I like to do the day before. So again, the day of, things happen, you have things that you need to kind of work out. But I never want to put myself in a position, or my client in a position, where they feel like this is something they need to be worried about.
Right.
Focusing on emoting and giving the best performance, or showing up on the red carpet the most confident, really comes from preparation. So that's just after over 20 something years of doing this. That's the place that I like to kind of stay in.
Right. And I think one time we made an error, and we said that you had styled one of Missy's performances, but you're getting the fabric, you're creating these looks.
Yeah, costume designing is something that I had to really kind of, take a reign of when I first started my career, because the fashion houses weren't necessarily loaning to urban Black music. They didn't necessarily see the potential and the growth of it before it actually happened. Now, hip hop is hip hop culture, but I had to come in with this kind of costume designer's approach to it, because I couldn't just run into, call up a fashion house and say, give me look number 25.
Right.
And also some of the music videos that I was working on, shout out to directors like Hype Williams, you know, the treatments were like something you've never seen before. So we had to literally kind of create and storytell through, by, you know, and character develop, you know, for a lot of these artists. What they call artist development, we called it character development. So we looked at it like we were working on a film that kind of, and our whole lives feel like a movie. That's why I said it's a movie. It's like, you know, so we're evolving the character, we're growing the character. You know, that's why I think that, you know, there's a difference between styling, which I do, and costume design. But I think to have both skill set I'm so grateful to be able to do both of those things. And not taking, and styling is fun as well. I mean, being able to reinterpret a designer's, you know, change the conversation and narrative through fashion and storytelling is what style is all about. It gives everything that could be mute in a moment, you know, voice. And it gives, and it really kind of articulates the song and the music also. It really helps to kind of tell a different part of the story. So I think they're two really important skill sets.
Yeah, so you are a legend and an icon, and you've created so many iconic looks over the years. What are some of your favorite BET Awards show moments that you have created?
Oh, there's been so many. Oh, that I've created. Oh.
Or that you like in general.
Oh, because I love when they celebrated Prince.
Yeah.
Remember that in like, I think it was like 2010. I mean, we're talking 20 years. I mean, this is like, you know, there's an arsenal of great moments. But honestly, I got to tell you, I love, even before we get to the performance, I love how people are showing up to the red carpet. Earlier, I think they used to take kind of like a real kind of relaxed approach to the BET Awards when they showed up, and then they realized, wait a minute, they're calling kings and queens to the carpet, and we need to show up. And then you started to see it kind of get a little bit more glamorous. And I was like, that's what I want to see, that people were taking time to really, really show up, you know, like royalty, and not treat it like, oh, just come really relax and put on whatever you want and just show up like you're going to do it, you know, a show. And then it really started to, I think people started to understand the gravity and the importance that the BET Awards kind of held.
Yeah, and we went over a few memorable fashion moments from the past 20 years, but what stands out to you as some really memorable fashion moments from the BET Awards?
You know, it was interesting, and this is like in 2015, Future and his daughter, London, showed up with mask on.
The mask.
I mean, it was like, could we have predicted that that's what the future of red carpet was going to look like?
No,
they were both wearing like, they were like in these bedazzled masks. I remember I loved, you know, I always love what Janelle Monáe does. I mean, I think in 2018, she wore that beautiful gay pride celebratory rainbow dress, which was gorgeous. I have my rainbow umbrella for Pride today. Yes, you know, it's like, you know, like, yeah.
I love it.
So, you know, I love that she thought about that and made it very inclusive. Another really, Keke Palmer also, which I'm a huge fan of hers, you know, she knows how to do scantily clad. I remember one year in 2014, she wore this kind of like gold gladiator type dress, just covering her woo-ha. It was like just covering the woo-ha, but then it had like her pelvis bone with her cleavage. It was so chic because it was so tastefully done. Yeah, there was just, and Rihanna, you know, I mean, you know, Rihanna showed up one year. She had this really beautiful, in 2008. This is when like that coiffed haircut became a thing. It was just perfectly like, you know, to the nape of her neck, feathered little coiffed bob haircut. It was really gorgeous. And she had on this beautiful yellow frilly sundress, maxi dress. It was effortless, but still kind of glamorous. And it kind of hit the right tone. It wasn't too much. And it made her feel kind of sporty, but she was still chic. And I think people can tell the story in their own different ways. And I think that all of the people that I just mentioned showed up and told how they see glamour in their way. It was really kind of, it was all the things that kind of Ty said about expression, you know.
There are so many times and so many people who've gotten it right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, I think we have your look, but all the photos are cut off.
Oh, and I was hosting Carpet with my evil eye. That was really fun. That was last year. Was that last year?
That was
I was wearing Marc Jacobs. Yeah.
Yes. So let's tell us about how does one, how do you get ready for a red carpet event? Like, what do you think? I noticed that you always have a very fun clutch, kind of like a Judith Lieber. I think was that what who made
That
that?
was Judith Lieber.
That
Yeah,
was
that was
Judith Lieber
yeah.
again.
And but you know what the thing is also it's like it's punctuation. It's like I'm fortunate enough, and you do the same as well. We work behind the scenes, and then we get to play in front of the scenes, and we get to show out and get to storytell, and come from behind the curtains like wizards. When I'm getting ready for a carpet, it's almost like what I want, especially if I'm like hosting a carpet. It's kind of like a calling card of what I want to see the kids bring. It's like it's almost like the professor is like showing up to say, okay, I'm
Runway.
giving out scorecards. It's like I'm at a ball. It's like, I really kind of, and that's what it's, it's a celebration of fashion and excellence. And so I always try to figure out something that doesn't feel so obvious,
Right.
And I know my body, I'm vertically challenged. I don't have like, this perfect figure, but I know how to glamouflage. You know what I mean? And I just love drama and I love glamour. And that day was about bringing the sparkle. Like right now, that you are totally bringing me the absolute dynasty glamour. It's perfect. And you're wearing a black designer, which I love, love, love. You're
Yeah.
always so like conscious and thoughtful about really representing, the culture itself. Your brand, Fashion Bomb Daily, is from the inception of that brand has celebrated Black people, and it's like we knew that we could be seen in your world. We were never invisible when it came to Fashion Bomb. And I think that's such an important, that's so important to us as a culture. It's like the cool kids. How can you cancel the cool kids? You know what I mean? It's like,
Exactly. Yeah. And that's one of the themes tonight. Our culture is too big to be canceled. It can't be canceled. And for me, when it comes to designers, I support those who support me. So I know that Marc Jacobs, he's such a huge supporter, and he comments sometimes, or I'm sure it's
I 100%
but
agree.
in, like whoever is down with us.
That's right. I mean, and you know how the industry is. There's tons of designers we can call out for not necessarily thinking that their brand was the right marketing connection with someone of color, and they took a pass. But then you have some of those designers right now who also are on the front lines, marching and protesting, and championing for the Black Lives Matter cause. And I want to hear people say it. I'm going to call this out right now because we had this Blackout Tuesday thing, and it really pissed me off because people thought that if they put the black box up and just said Black Tuesday, Blackout Tuesday, that was enough. That is not enough.
No.
And it is important that that we have to start saying it. You got to call it out. And and even if it's uncomfortable, you got to say it. If that's how you feel, if you really, if you really think that it's time for us to start to stand up for each other, and because we can protect each other all day, but we need other people to start to speak it and stand up for us. And when they speak it, we hear it loud and clear, and it's meaningful. And we should definitely, encourage that and not say, and protest, people that are not Black helping us, joining along in the conversation. We have to encourage that.
Yeah.
And not cancel that out. So I really want to say that the black box was not enough. And I'm not going to shame you, but you got to say it. You got to say the words. I'm against racism. Black Lives Matter. Just say it.
Yeah.
If you mean it in your heart. Yeah.
Say it and mean it, and then put it into action. Because what I've seen a lot too is there will be brands that will say it, but then you approach them and you're like, well, okay, can we work together now?
Right.
And it's silence. So it's not just about what you say outwardly, but what you do. And Marc Jacobs, as you mentioned, there's so many. Christian Siriano.
So many. Yes.
A lot of brands that really kind of stand by.
Bibu Mahapatra. I mean, he's of color, but there's like so many designers that I've reached out over the years to dress me, and you've faced the same thing, and the ones who said yes and the ones who said no, and for those who said yes, they're family. We have a long way to go, but I'm really excited to be able to have a platform like the BET Awards to just be celebrated in general.
Yeah. So thank you, June.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're going to be tuning in tonight at 8:00
I can't wait.
Me neither. It's the first virtual award show that I've seen, so I'm really
Oh
excited.
no, they've done them. Connie, I know they had one. Oh, maybe is this our first virtual awards? You might be right for BT.
For
I know she's
BT,
done specials. I know that they've done specials,
yeah,
but
but
this may,
I
yeah,
personally haven't seen one, so
this is exciting then.
it is. It is exciting. Well, thank you, June, and have a
Thank you,
wonderful
Claire.
day.
You look gorgeous. Thank you, Fashion Bomb Daily. Thank you, Claire Sumner. Thank you, BET. Have a
Yes.
good, enjoy the show, guys.
Bye.
All right.
Alrighty, bombers and bombshells. So we have one more guest joining us, Mr. EJ King. And I have his bio here in case you don't know. But EJ King paved the way into the fashion industry through hard work and determination, which helped him to build quite the portfolio with many well-known clients and companies. He has styled Chris Brown, Eva Marcille, Teyana Taylor, Karrueche Tran, and Megan Thee Stallion, who is performing tonight. So let's see if EJ is here with us. Hello. He's not here yet. But that's okay. Yes, the discussion with June was amazing. And while we wait for EJ, let's see what you guys are talking about. Hello, hello. I love what June had to say about the fashion industry because we do need support. We need designers to show that they truly believe that Black lives matter, Black fashion matters, Black culture matters. Okay. Alrighty. So before EJ joins us, do you guys have any questions you would like to talk to EJ about? Or anything you'd like EJ to talk about? Oh, jacket details. So this jacket is by House of Shea. She is a Brooklyn-based designer. She interned under Tommy Hilfiger before launching her own line. And I'm wearing her today. Of course, at Fashion Bomb Daily, we are champions of diversity, and we celebrate designers of all shades and all colors. But for the BET Awards, I thought it only fitting to wear a Black designer. So you can check out our full list of top 100 Black designers in the world. It is on fashionbombdaily.com. And again, if you want to add your brand to that list, just send us an email or a DM. Okay. Let's see if EJ is here. Not quite. Let me see. Hold on. EJ might be a little behind because Megan Thee Stallion is performing tonight. And I'm going to have a sip from my BET glass. Actually, I'm going to get some water. Hold on 1 second. Great. You would like, Sharon's Flair says, I would like to learn how to style. Are there any classes you can recommend? Yes, actually, I can. So Misa Hilton, she is a legendary stylist, and she rose to prominence in the 90s as well, working with Little Kim and Mary J. Blige. She actually has a fashion academy. It's called Misa Hilton Fashion Academy. And I think that if you're a beginning stylist, then you can start with taking some courses and learning from the greats. Special shout out to PMM Agency. Thank you to Kim Blackwell and her whole team for choosing Fashion Bomb Daily for this style chat. I am so grateful for this opportunity. As you guys know, I love fashion. I celebrate diversity. I'm a Black woman, and so to have the chance to speak with legendary stylists like Ty and June and EJ, it is just a dream come true. So got my BET glass. And there's a giveaway. So if you stay till the end of this live, I will be giving away a few of the items that were in our culture kit. So if you go back to our IGTV, I did an unboxing with the BET Culture Kit. It was chock full of products from black owned brands like Bougie Candles and Culture Tags. That's a board game. But I'm giving away some of the items in that box if you stay till the end, and you can just screenshot that you stayed to the end and send me your name and your address, and I will send it to you. All right, let's see if EJ is here. Not yet. He's fashionably late. For those who joined us a little bit later, I'm going to reiterate a few details about tonight's show. Okay, it's a virtual show. It starts at 8 o'clock. There will be performances by John Legend, Chloe and Halle, Jennifer Hudson, and Jonathan McReynolds, Summer Walker. There are going to be tributes to Kobe Bryant by Little Wayne, also a tribute to Little Richard by Wayne Brady, and that's tonight at 8 o'clock. In case you cannot wait until 8 o'clock, there is going to be a pre-show starting at 7 o'clock, hosted by Terrence J. and Erica Ash. It's called Locked and Lit, and it should be fun. You can follow the hashtag BET Awards and follow at BET for updates. And also you can upload a photo, a virtual photo, at the BET virtual photo booth at betawards20booth.com. Some of you guys are requesting to go live with me, and I'm tempted to let you join in. But we're going to stick to Mr. King. Thank you, everyone, for your compliments. And let's see if EJ is here. Nope. Some of you wanted to see. I'm going to take pictures of this dress later and tag the designer. Oh, also, my jewelry is by another Black-owned brand called Sneely Jewelry. And so, we know where you can shop to patronize Black designers just in time for the BET Awards. Alrighty. Got live. Okay, guys, so we're gonna wait a few more minutes for EJ. Hopefully he can join us. But if not, Ty Hunter and June Ambrose are so amazing, and they have styled some seriously iconic looks, and you can learn more about both of them at fashionbonddaily.com. Of course, follow them and their stylish journeys and everything that they do. All right, any questions for me? What are some of your top 10 BET moments, style moments? Okay, so I'm going to take you through a few that we have. Okay, so this is one of my top moments, period. The Bad Boy reunion. I believe that was in 2015. Little Kim came out of the floor and she looked so amazing. We actually posted that video a little bit earlier today, and every time I watch that video I just scream because she's amazing. Like, and the Bad Boy reunion in general was so good. This is the look that Ty was talking about earlier with the appliques on her leg that he was saying Ty was saying he didn't want to fall off, but that was another iconic look. This was a great performance. Who remembers Monique opening the 2005 BET Awards? She performed, was it Single Ladies? I believe she was performing Single Ladies. She was performing a Beyonce song. What was it? Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. This is another iconic Beyonce moment. Oh, there's Megan. We're speaking to EJ King, Megan the Stallion stylist, in a little bit. That's one of her looks. And there's EJ right there. Oh, Monique was performing Crazy in Love. I'm sorry. That was the look, June's look that I was discussing earlier. She's wearing Marc Jacobs with a Judith Lieber clutch. That was actually from one of the first BET Awards, Destiny's Child. Ty said that the look was a new age Supreme, and they looked wonderful there. And more Beyonce love. So Beyonce is getting the Humanitarian of the Year award tonight. So I can't wait to see that. And of course, Destiny's Child again. Well, guys, let me turn off the photo. So we're gonna wait a little bit longer for EJ. Crazy in Love, Crazy in Love. Will there still be a Fabbies Awards later in the year? That is a great question. I seriously hope that we'll be able to resume having events like we used to by December, but just in case we don't, we can do like the BET Awards and have a virtual Fabbies Awards. PMM Agency asks, Claire, any Black designers we should keep an eye out for right now? Yes, there are several Black designers you should keep an eye out for. Oyemwin, Saisenko, Rare Jeans, these are all designers that we carry in fashionbombdelishop.com. So fashionbombdelishop.com is a marketplace that we created to promote and support designers that we believe in, sensing a lack of support from the fashion industry in general. And so we house a lot of Black female designers, in fact, on fashionbombdelishop.com, so be sure to check those out. Other brands that we carry include Enroda, their sunglasses. We have Sybil Guichard heels, which are amazing. Sybil Guichard is out of Miami. And so those are some designers that you should definitely check out. And we also have a post 100 top Black designers on fashionbombdaily.com. Omar London asked, who am I wearing today? I am wearing House of Shay. She is a Brooklyn designer. She creates custom clothing and gowns for curvy girls like yours truly. And she's fabulous. Okay. So I'm not sure if EJ King is going to join us, but we're going to just keep it. We're going to wait a little bit, another couple of minutes for EJ King to join us. And then if not, guys, check out the BET Awards. This is all for the love of the BET Awards. We spoke with some amazing stylists who have created iconic red carpet and performance looks. The stylists we spoke to today include Ty Hunter and June Ambrose. EJ King is styling Megan Thee Stallion, who is going to perform tonight, so he might be otherwise occupied. We are going to wait a couple more minutes for him to join us. But if not, definitely please check out the BET Awards tonight at 8 o'clock. And at 7 o'clock, Terrence J and Erica Ash are going to be hosting a pre-show called Locked and Lit. This is all on BET, and I believe it's also showing on CBS. Oh, somebody said the blonde braids is giving you the blonde dreads. Yes, I'm bringing it back, throwing it back. FCV Style says, is there a way I can go back and look at your combos with Ty and June? Yes, so I will be posting this conversation immediately to our IGTV, so you'll be able to take a look back and watch the whole live. And in case you weren't here when I announced that we will be having a giveaway of some items from our culture kit, I did an unboxing a little bit earlier today with some items from Black-owned brands that you should know. So if you can stay until the end, take a screenshot of you at the very end, and I will send a few items to you. Just send me your name, the screenshot and your address. All right, guys, so it's 4:45 and I don't know if EJ is coming, so I'm going to sign off for now, and we will go live again with EJ if he is available, but if not, definitely, as I said, BET Awards tonight is a celebration of Black excellence, Black culture, and Black style. The theme is Our Culture is Too Big to Be Canceled. It is a virtual award show tonight at 8 o'clock. And be sure to tune in. Alrighty. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining me.